up in all the mythology as well. See, all movies are based upon mythology. Every movie, that's why every movie could be decoded. You can't have a story with it. Every movie needs a hero, and every movie needs a bad guy.
Right.
Set represents that bad guy, or Satan, which is the necessary ingredient for transformation. So, for the most part, when people are saying dark side, you got to deal with the dark side, because it's a necessary ingredient for the story to go on.
Right.
So, if there is no good and evil in the classic sense, you're supposed to study sect to see what it represents. And it's a very key ingredient. That's why the Christians know all they have to do is say Satan and your ass is out of there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was an honor when you called the white man the devil. It was an honor for him. You get what I'm saying? And quite simply, the white man got here 2,000 years ago. Who the fuck was the devil before that?
Right. Good point.
Who was the devil before that? You get what I'm saying? See, it's a concept. The devil is actually you. Tale of Two Brothers is the story of Horus and Set. We're the same person. That's the devil and the angel on both sides of your shoulders.
Right.
There's that picture with Horus in the front and Set in the back. That's where you get Satan, get behind me. Set represents the dark side, Horus the light side. The war is actually in your own mind.
Right.
In your own mind. Set is represented as the donkey, stubborn, mule, matter, swine, matter. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Crocodile, snake, kundalini, matter. You get what I'm saying? And Horus as the eagle is represented in your mind, you transcending the earth. You transcend, that's what they talking about. Not just the Gnostics. The Gnostics said, because y'all niggas is getting too dumb, we can't do it the old way, so let us just say it for you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
This is not another obscure way of thinking. It's like, we just need to tell you niggas straight the fuck out, because you're missing, or that point is now getting lost. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it was an effort, and like I said, most people wrote on the Gnostics. The Gnostics didn't sit down and write. They were just talking. They would just talk. You get what I'm saying? Most people wrote on the Gnostics. Now, so primarily this is not for you to follow and listen. I'm just trying to inject this idea, because for me personally, once I got this idea, everything else I studied had a deeper understanding.
So true. So true.
It had a deeper understanding. So now I can see, goddamn, it's not just them, it's everybody. This whole goal is to get the fuck off of this. So, like I said, it's looked at as the floor. We came down here to fix that floor. How do you fix that floor? Through knowledge. We have done that. So how do you get out of here? It's a putrefying process, or a cocoon process that we are now rising up out of. The only thing that can possibly keep you here, or keep this misery going, is you thinking you're supposed to be here. I said, most people haven't gotten out of the beauty level of it. Now, all I ask is, now that we know that you are Sekhmet, Hesaru, Yemenya, well, what are they talking about? You get what I'm saying? When Elegba threw Yemenya in the bottom of the sea, what is he talking about?
Right.
Well, you may say, oh, that's the mythology, and she became the beautiful mermaid. Yeah, that's cute. But what they're talking about is they threw the feminine energy in the subconscious mind, and that's why everybody's walking around with a patriarchal mindset.
Yes.
They're breaking down future events. Elegba, who I told you was not on our side, threw the Great Mother in the subconscious mind. And even deeper, Olokun. So they'll tell you Olokun must rise, which is the rise of the Olokun and Yemenya is also seen as one. The great androgynous balance again. The rise of the mother and father. Olokun is nothing but Osiris they're talking about. When you read the Necronomicon, Cthulhu sleeps in Rayleigh. Cthulhu must rise again. It's nothing but Osiris. They're telling you there's this energy that went to sleep in you. And for it to rise, it doesn't need to rise here. We've already did it. We already did it. You get what I'm saying? It's really simple. It's really not that complex. It's really simple. It's really not that complex if you just think beyond these things being pretty self-esteem things.
Right, right.
If you can get over it in your self-esteem, get past self-esteem. How much do you need someone to call you a goddess for you to feel like you are doing something with your life? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Understand what it means.
Or even a god for that matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's same shit. If I'm saying God is too much, you know, God too. These niggas here are even worse. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even worse. You know what I mean? Even worse. I mean, no, ain't no guys getting off more light than no women in that context. And let me say this, if that's what you seek to do, hey, I'm not going to beat you up, I'm not going to cheerlead. I'm saying this for those that can hear.
Right. And it's not. It definitely is not a show for everyone. Everyone will not hear this, like all messages. It's something that I deal with in my day-to-day, even with doing readings. You have to have the willing participant, and certain people, the message is just not for you. I mean, isn't that true?
Yeah, that's absolutely true, because even the ancients understood that it was all about levels. You get what I'm saying? Levels. And it was never about an argument. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's so irrelevant. Or debate. It was so irrelevant. What the next man is here doing is his path of light. So how can I debate that?
Right.
So, in other words, what would be the criteria for you saying, well, this is my path? If what I'm saying resonates with you, because everything that comes out your mouth, I guess in the teaching concept, will be a light frequency. If something go, wow, that sounds so familiar, or I kind of felt that, I think that all the time, I didn't want to say it, that means you're picking up on the frequency. If you're going, what is that nigga talking about? Isis ain't about that. I'll save you some time, because I don't want to even hear you. I don't even want to hear your argument. That means what I'm saying is not for you. It costs you absolutely nothing. Pay me no mind. I'm talking to the people who can hear the frequency. And it seems that a grand deal of now, and I'm gonna tell you, this surprised me. It was only like 1-2% that had problems.
Yes.
And the problems weren't like the information. The problems they had hurt their feelings.
Yes. Large.
It kind of hurt their feelings.
Yeah, record number of people who listen to all of the shows, and definitely listen to the last show, really received well by the conscious community. And we'll speak on that. I know we got to get into some more Gnostic quotes here.
Yeah, we're going to get more into the quotes.
Right. Is this just the time? Is this just more about the timing that people are really just ready to hear this message?
Well, let me be clear. I'm not the Gnostic guy, and this stuff was not hidden. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always available. But that's a very good question. I would say, you got to remember, and that's funny because I did think about this. Let's say other teachers knew what I know, and I know they do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
This is not hard. You can go in Barnes and Nobles and find more Gnostic than one man can stand.
Right.
So it's not even about like, oh, where was this from? And it's hidden. And I'm gonna give the book titles that you can get in a few seconds.
Okay, great.
But see, if you see, most people have an agenda to either sell a book, get a lecture, be able to have more speaking engagements, or just to be that guy where people get to say to them all day, ooh, you're just so deep. I don't really even care about that bullshit. I'd rather, if you want to do something for me, join me up in Cafe World. That'll work for me. Now, so technically, the message that I'm saying is very radical if you want to make friends. Tell them motherfuckers, stop thinking you ISIS and go fucking study what it really means and study what Sekhmet is saying and try to decode. That's a little bit harder. It's easy to go, oh, beloved, you are Heharu.
Right.
You are the Heharu energy. It's easy for me to do that and them to go, I like you, Panic. You know what I'm saying? Or it's easy for me to go, oh, brother, you got that Osirian shit happening. Oh, that's the Haru arm you dealing with right there, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the Mars shit on you. It's easy for me to say that and then go, yeah, brother, Panic, you're an ally. It's harder to say, to kind of challenge And I only see it as